Hello, hello, everybody. So, this is going to be a great conversation. So, Hala Citron with I Am Creative and Express Yourself Publishing, and my inspiring guest for today is Nick Haritatos. And you got to hear, he has a book coming out this Thursday, which we're launching. So excited. I'm going to read this little blurb, and then we're going to get into this whole conversation about him to learn more about him because you want to know him. So, Nick is a successful entrepreneur, soccer player, pilot, and devoted family man whose career spanned 4 countries on 3 continents. From his humble beginnings in war torn Greece to southern Africa, Harry Tatos began a remarkable journey to success, buying his first business at 16 and creating a portfolio of successful companies in Rhodesia, South Africa, and the United States. Nick, welcome to the space.
Nice to be here, and thank you for having me.
I am so happy that you're here. So, your book, No Limits, a true story of, well, no, that's what, I'm sorry, a true story of challenge and courage across 3 continents. So, you have so much to share in this. It's just amazing to me. But let's start here. Your life has been quite an adventure. So, please start and share with us where you grew up. And then tell us about your family moving and how that affected your life.
Yes, my life has been an adventure and still is. My adventures started when my parents took the whole family from Greece to Rhodesia when I was 12 years old. To me, it was new and different, that particular exercise, because the people that we met on the other side, they were from different cultures, different languages, different ethnicity, mentality, and ideas. Actually, even the cars were driven on the opposite side of the road.
Right, right.
So it was actually quite different. Even animals, different animals, jungles. To me, it was exciting, and I felt it was a new life for me. So I lived in Rhodesia for many years and had multiple businesses that I had to leave behind because of the circumstances in the country at the time.
Yeah.
So then, then I moved to Durban, South Africa, where I own many different type of successful businesses and properties. I learned how to fly aeroplanes and own several. I also flew over Southern Africa, all over, for pleasure, with friends and with family. My time in South Africa was exciting for me and my family and full of adventures that I wrote in my book in different chapters.
Yeah.
After many years in South Africa, we moved to San Diego. I have owned many businesses in real estate in the United States, so my life and business experience is from 3 different countries. My life in the United States has also been very exciting. There's stories about them in my book as well.
Your book shares so much, and I actually want to go back to Greece. So let's kind of go back for a minute back to your childhood. So tell us about your family business, please.
Well, my dad was a master baker, and since he was from a young age, and he worked very hard. My father was a very hard working person, never drank, never smoked. He played professional soccer as well. And he actually taught me and my brother how to play soccer, professional soccer. And we eventually became soccer players as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we had exciting life. He used to take us to Olympia, where the ancient Olympic Games
Okay.
used to take place. So we had that mentality at that particular time. So we
Yeah.
were already full of energy and excitement, and doing all these type of crazy things. And I'm pleased that this happened.
Yeah. I mean, well, you guys were very close and you were working in the business at a very young age.
Yes, yes. My dad always let me go to the bakery that he managed in Patras, in Greece. And it actually gave me some creativity, some understanding what is going on in the business. When I was 7, 8, or 9 years old, and I saw the activity back and forth, and it excited. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was it was part of you. Like it wasn't anything that you had to necessarily go out and learn on the outside, like you were learning ever since you were a kid.
Yes.
So what it was, you were really being groomed in a sense without realizing it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So then you then you made a family decision. Your father went off to Rhodesia because he was looking for something better for the family. You guys were separated for a while, and then you went over there, and he again started a bakery.
Yes. Yes. And yeah, and then we got a little bit involved also a little bit there that I will explain to you a bit later as we go down the line. So he was by himself for a short time, like 18 months, and then we moved in, and all of us, the whole family went there. That's when I saw all these different things, completely different than what it was in Greece. Everything was completely different.
Yeah.
But exciting. So it was good. It was good.
Well, what I really admire too is that when you went over, again, like you said, everything was so different, down to the smells and the grass and the cars and the people. I mean, everything was so different. But what I really admire in reading your book is how you learned the languages to speak to people.
Well, when you're young, you actually get the other languages. You learn them much faster. And in our situation, in our business, we were involved with a lot of people, and these people from different cultures, different languages. We at that age, young age, I was there when I was 12. I arrived there, so from 12 to about 16, 17. When we were involved in all these different languages, I have actually picked them up very quickly because I was busy with them all the time. And overall, I spoke 7 languages, including Greek and English. But I learned 5 different languages of Southern Africa.
What amazes me about that is you learn the languages in order to connect with people and gain trust with them.
Yes.
Not everybody does that.
Yes.
So I think that's important. I want to highlight that and I want to acknowledge that. And ladies and gentlemen, when you read Nick's book, you're going to understand that you went that extra mile to gain that trust.
Yes.
And it's not an everyday thing.
Yes, because once you know the language, it's not just to speak the language, but you have to know the culture, the traditions. You have to learn them and get into that. And that's how you really get in to know exactly what's going on.
I love that. That is so true. Because when you can speak to people in that way, you can't talk to people and relate to them in something that they don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, you have to understand the culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the mentality as well.
Yes. Yeah. So important. Okay. So you realized you're a businessman at a young age. So tell us about first tell us about your first business at 16 years old. Let's start there.
Well, I discovered my passion for business at the early stage of my life. When I was 16, actually. When I was 16. And I never worked for anyone in my life. And I'm very proud of that. From there, I expanded in different directions and businesses, from manufacturing to retail to security to driving cinemas, fashion, commercial, and residential real estate, and everything in between. So I did say on the introduction in my book, I make events. Events don't make me. And that's what I love about business. I love the freedom I have from owning my own business, and the freedom gives me energy. Mm-hmm. So that energy made me unstoppable.
Yes.
And fearless to expand and improve my life. And expand actually beyond limits, even if the odds were against me. I did care. You know, this energy makes me possible to live life without limits. And that's what I actually wanted to share with others and to inspire people who also want to share their lives and change their lives, share and change their lives.
So then what do you think, like the whole No Limits, the name of your book, No Limits, where do you think that came from?
Well, I've always believed in no limits. I always believe in no limits. And I didn't, to be honest, I didn't took no for answers in my life. Very few times I respected that no. I never took no for an answer because I knew I could go beyond the no, beyond what is demanded of you as a human being. You can actually move beyond that. And when you have your own business and you know the buck stops there, you have to make those decisions. You can't pass the buck to somebody else. I had a lot of people working under me, under my companies. But at the end of the day, everything started from me. So I had to really perform. My back lots of times was against the wall, but I enjoyed that challenge. To me, it wasn't the problem, it was challenge. I love that challenge. I like that. I like to do it. I like to solve problems. It's my nature. So I like it.
Do you think that you learned that a lot from your family?
No, I wouldn't say so. Probably it helped a little bit, but no, it was my life. You know, I moved away from the family at quite a young age. That I had to make my own life in the circumstances that I find ourselves in that particular years. But I feel, you know, when you do something, you have to do it right. You have to do it with everything you have, with the energy, with the passion, that everything you have. So I use that mentality, and it doesn't matter whichever country. As you know, I've lived in 4 countries, 3 continents. It didn't really bother me. I felt it doesn't matter. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Yeah. You just always had the drive, like you just had drive.
Endless energy, and I still have it.
You still have it. You're still playing soccer.
Every week. And before COVID, twice a week. So after COVID, once a week.
Yes. Wow. So all of this has happened. There's so much which people are going to read in the book. So what inspired you to write the book?
The idea of writing my book was in my mind for over 20 years. So writing a book will capture the adventures and all that I have lived through 4 countries, 3 continents, 23 businesses.
23 businesses.
Beautiful family, travel, challenges, results, achievements. Because, you know, you have to have all these things. So I want to inspire and motivate people who want to improve their lives, to have success and satisfaction in all parts of their lives, and to find great joy. I can do that by sharing my life, my story, and lessons to create success and satisfaction for yourself, to make your own life precisely the way you want to be. Because a lot of people see things differently. But most importantly, before my late wife, Anne, passed away, she requested from me that I write my story. So I have been wanting to write, and I promise her that I would. And it is dedicated to her memory and to her.
Oh, Nick. Thank you for being vulnerable, and thank you for sharing, because it's being human, and it's just so beautiful what you're doing and how you're honoring her. And take a drink of water if you need. But it's just what you're doing is just showing to everybody the beauty of life.
Yeah.
So we're very grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're truly, truly very grateful. So in all of this, everybody, there's so many stories that stood out to me as I was reading your book. But tell us a business story that stands out to you. I'm
Well,
sure there's many.
this is going to be yeah, okay. When we moved to Rhodesia, I helped part-time my father's bakery, and it was quite a big business that there was a lot of activities. While I was actually going to school, I decided to help. He never asked me to go there or anything. I decided, I saw so many people back and forth in and out, trucks, buses, vans coming, loading, offloading. And I thought, whenever I had a bit of time, I wanted to go and help. So that business excited me, and because I was involved a little bit on that, I felt, I was part of that excitement. So, but when I was 16 years old, it came to my notice that a business came up for sale, a restaurant selling food and groceries. It's called Mambo Cafe. So I thought to myself, well, why shouldn't I buy this business? Why I shouldn't? And I immediately started thinking about how I can buy it, how I can get involved with it. I was 16 years old. I thought, okay. So I had some money that I've been saving a little bit, and I thought it was a good business. And I went and asked my father. I said to my father, there is this business for sale that I want to buy. He looked at me. He was very surprised. He looked at me and he said, son, if you like it, go for it. I don't know if he believed it or he didn't believe it, but he says, if you like it, go for it.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. So I thought, man, yes, if my father said anything's possible, well, let me try it. So, but then I was 16 and I realized, however, that I wasn't allowed to buy a business at that age, put it in my name, sign the contract, have the license, open a bank account to operate. So I came to a dead end there. So I thought, okay, now let me go and talk to my mother. So I went to see my mother and asked her if I could put the business in a name. She was also surprised, and she was a little bit surprised, and she said, how you are going to do all this? You go to school, you go to high school, you help the bakery a little bit, and now you want to buy a business. So I said to her, this business has 6 people working. I'm not going to run it. I don't want to run the business. But they got 6 people. They got a manager, and they have the 5 that they run it. But it is easy to look, it's a good business. I feel it's a good business. And I say, the deposit that I have to put down it's right on my pocket. It's there. It's looking at me. I want to buy it. If I lose the money, so what? It doesn't matter. But I was determined not to lose the money. I thought, no, it will be a good business.
Right.
So I said to her, please, can you do this? So can you help me, ma'am? So she says, okay, but it's your baby. I don't want to get involved with the business. I said, please, ma'am, the only thing I want to do is sign the checks. I will bring you the checks at the end of the month to pay everyone. You just sign them. Nothing else. So, and I said, it's close at home. It's close to the bakery. And I'm prepared to work very hard to make it happen, ma'am. She says to me, okay, all right. I convinced her to support me. So she supported me. And the business was very successful and made me a lot of money. So much so that after 3 years, I bought another business.
Oh my God.
Much bigger than this one. So by the time I was 19, I had 2 businesses. 2 businesses. Altogether, I had about 18 people working. Okay, 18 people. And I also helped in the bakery. So it wasn't bad. It worked very well.
It wasn't bad. As you were talking, I was thinking, if you started when you were 7 in your dad's bakery, so basically you were in business for like not 9 years by the time you actually like started and had your own business. And talk about what a perfect way to learn math and like real like financial stuff. This is like the real thing.
Well, the first bakery my dad was in Greece. He was the manager. He wasn't owning it. That was not his bakery, but he was the manager. And they had about 12 or 13 people. While in Rhodesia, the bakery that he had, we had like 35 people, 35 people. So I wasn't going there to help, making the bread. While I've learned how to bake because of the years, it was more managerial, looking how to correct things, how to improve things, how to make things more efficient. That's what I did in early part of my life, and I did this all my life, in fact, from there onwards, because it worked there and it worked for me all my other businesses, 23 companies. So yeah, I was there, but I think it was in the Rhodesian years that actually excited me. It brought me into this moving on, fearless, go for it. It doesn't matter, go. Everything I touch, I felt, I can make it. And it worked. But it was a lot of hard work. I have put a lot of efforts. If you don't put efforts, it doesn't always happen. You have to put efforts.
Right.
And not working full time, push it, make it happen. Yeah.
Well, I also appreciated the story of when you moved to Rhodesia and here you were a teenager, you were 12 years old, and you didn't you didn't speak English real well. You were thrown into speaking English, and you're they were just like, this is what you got to do. Like, you have to start to speak English in order to succeed while you were learning the other languages. And you weren't making friends very easily at first until you found that common ground again of soccer.
Yes. They because of the different time and different on the northern hemisphere than southern hemisphere, the times of going to schools are different because the weather is different. When we have summer, on the other side they have winter. So they pushed me into school 1 year ahead because I was in Greece for like 2 months in school, 3 months in school. And when I arrived there, they put me through to the next one. So I was a little bit younger, and so I was a little bit intimidated from time to time. But once I got into the soccer field, it was a little bit different. And when they saw me the way I played and everything else, because I play in Greece, I play soccer for my school, my high school, and in Rhodesia. When I arrived, immediately my father told me, and you'll see in the book, if you want to have friends, soccer, get into soccer. So I took his advice, I went into the field, and from there on, a lot of my friends and friendship was on the soccer field.
Yeah, I just think that's interesting. And I think it's a good thing for people to know too, that that's how you connect with people, is finding this common ground and finding these common interests. And then that's where you can feel more confident and you can just be more of yourself and then be like, okay, now we're not so different. We have something the same and we can really talk in this way.
Yeah.
So, okay. So for the people listening, what do you want them? So your book launching this Thursday, November 17th on Kindle, 99 cents. It's going to be hardcover. It's going to be paperback. What do you want people are going to take away what they want, but you as the author, is there a big takeaway that you want them to have from it?
Yes, because I believe they can make their own path. I believe nothing is impossible in life. Nothing is impossible. And I've been through it. I can say that with confidence. Nothing is impossible. In life, we encounter challenges and opportunities. You can overcome those challenges and you can do what you want to do and love your life. I believe you make your own destiny. You make your own destiny. And don't wait for anyone else to do anything for you. Don't wait for anyone to help you to do anything for you. You know, you have to do a lot of things yourself in life. It's as simple as that. With energy, passion, and determination, nothing can stop you. We are all human beings. It's just most of it is up here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, most of it is up here, and there are no limits. There are no limits. You are the architect of your own destiny. So, in my book, I have written 15 pillars of success in business and life. I would like to tell you a couple of them. Number one, don't fear failure. Don't fear failure. If things don't work out as you envision, learn from that experiences. Make changes and improve things and move to your next success. There is a whole chapter about that in my book. This particular one, it's life or business. It's the same thing. It applies to the same thing. And pillar number 14, invest your time and energy on projects for which you feel passion and excitement. You know, if you don't have that excitement, you don't have that passion, don't waste your time because you're just fiddling around. You're just fiddling around and you're going around in circles. So,
I see, I mean, they all, of course, work together so beautifully, but the don't fear failure and the passion and excitement just naturally go together. Sometimes they could feel like they're opposing because you're passionate and you're excited, but then you're scared that it's not going to work.
yes. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself and you have to trust your decision. Think about it, study it, plan it, but when you move forward for it, you have to plan with excitement and energy and don't stop. Otherwise, don't start.
I'm writing all this down, everybody, because I need to keep this for myself, just to see this. And so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Before we say goodbye, Nick, is there anything else you feel like you want to say?
Well, the name of my book is No Limits. And it will be available on Amazon Books as Kindle, paperback, or hardcover versions. And as you said, it will be launched this coming Thursday, the 17th. And I have photographs of the different countries, 3 continents, and I think the book, it will be good because I have brought in so many things of my true life experience.
Can you show us the book?
Yes.
There it is. Isn't it pretty, everybody? Yes. Well, Nick, we are so grateful, so excited, cannot wait to celebrate with you when we are launching on the at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We are going to be launching and 99 cents for the Kindle. And please share. People need to hear this story. People need to meet Nick, and you're just such a true inspiration. So, Nick, thank you so much for hanging out and chatting.
Thank you. One more thing that I want to say.
Yes.
I want to thank also Jack Canfield. He read the book and he was so excited about this book. And he wrote a foreword for us.
Yes, he did.
There it is.
So many people behind you believing in you and really being inspired by your story. So, Nick, thank you. And everybody, those being here with us live, thank you so much. Those catching the replay, #replay, please ask any questions, make comments. Nick will get back to you. I will get back to you. And we can't wait to share this with you and birth it into the world on Thursday, the 17th.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you. So everybody, we'll be talking to you again soon. We're going to be coming live at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard on the 17th, and we'll be celebrating all day. So Haritatos with I'm Creative and Express Yourself Publishing, and Nick Haritatos, and talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.